How's it going? Night Door here, Bob. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. I was just recently asked a question about corncob pipes and maintenance and the durability of corncob pipes. And I answered the question, but I thought I would post a video showing my preventive maintenance to keep your corncob pipes lasting a long time. I know people that have corncob pipes that have lasted 30 years. Okay, 30 years. Okay. This is my oldest corncob pipe. I've had this since 2007. That's when I started smoking. So it's 5 years old at this point, or will be 5 years old at Christmas time. Remember, I started smoking around Christmas. So to start with, I want to say that the vast majority of what I've learned about corncob pipes comes from the forums of the Tamp and Puff forum, and also from the Corncob Primer, which was written by John Patton. He's a tobacco blender and longtime corncob pipe smoker, and I don't want to take any credit for other people's work or experience. You know, I learned everything I know from them. I'm just passing it on. First of all, he asked about the person that talked to me was asking about burn through, and I want to say that some people confuse burn through with flare-ups. A burn through is when it actually burns through the cob. You'll actually have a hole in it. Okay, but some people confuse a flare-up for a burn through. Flare-up is when you accidentally leave your lighter in one place too long and the rim of your bowl catches on fire, leaving a burn mark on the rim. Okay, that's a flare-up. You can quickly, blow it out. It'll go out. That's not a burn through. It's a flare-up, and it's not going to hurt the pipe to have this, and you can get rid of it by saliva and rubbing the burn mark until it fades away. This is, like I said, my oldest pipe from 2007, and you can see there's virtually no flare-up marks. Okay, this pipe, which is considerably newer, has a bigger flare-up point mark on it, and I just haven't got around to doing, rubbing it out yet. And all it takes, fingertip with saliva, and or you can use a Q-tip if you want, but that's all it takes to get rid of the burn on the rim of the cob. Okay, what it boils down to essentially is after every single smoke, and I do mean every single smoke, cleaning your pipe. Don't let it wait for a week and only clean the pipes once a week. Clean your corncob pipes after every single smoke. Now, of course, if you're on the road, like driving from one place to another, and you smoke in the car, you can't, clean the pipe in the middle of driving. Or if you're at work, you can't clean your pipe after smoking at work. In that case, wait till you get home and clean the pipes at home. Don't put it off. Don't forget it. I used to drive a truck, and when I was on the road, I would take 3 pipes with me, 3 corncob pipes, and 2 country gentlemen, and my oldest cob diplomat, and I would keep track of how much I smoked, and I smoked up to 15 times a day. So that would be each pipe getting smoked 5 times a day. Now I wasn't going to pull over to the side of the road, the side of the highway, and clean the pipe after every smoke. But when I got to a truck stop, I'd run in to eat, and then after I got done eating, I would come back to the truck and I would clean the pipes thoroughly. So it's very important to clean after every smoke. If you're smoking at home, you should be able to do this no problem. Or if you've got your pipe at work, you know, clean it as soon as you get home. Don't forget it, don't put it off. Now, what I mean by cleaning is cleaning with spirits. I use rum 151, and the person that wrote the complete Corncob primer, John Patton, uses isopropyl alcohol 91%. It's harder to get. I haven't been able to find it. But you can also use Everclear if you can buy it in your state. It's 90%. I can't get Everclear here in Minnesota. I would have to drive to Wisconsin to get it. I'm not going to drive to Wisconsin just to get something for pipe cleaning. So I use rum Fit 151, which is 75%. So dip your pipe cleaner into the cleaning solution. Run it through the stem, okay? Run it into the shank, okay? And then, here's the important thing, because you don't want cake to build up in your pipe, okay? The thing about cobs is that they absorb the tars and harsh flavors, and they dissipate it as you're smoking. Basically, it gives you a cooler, milder smoke, a drier smoke than you'd have with a briar pipe. It's really amazing. If you haven't tried a corncob pipe yet, get one from Walker Briar Works, Missouri Meerschaum. You can order directly from Missouri Meerschaum. Aristocob, okay, go through him. Only smoke the Missouri Meerschaum pipes. Anything else doesn't have access to the same breed of corn that Missouri Meerschaum has specifically for them. It's a breed of corn that is grown to be almost as hard as wood. None of the other corncob pipes have access to this breed of corn, and their cobs are inferior. They burn out quite quickly. Only use a Missouri Meerschaum pipe. And like I said, Aristocob, Walker Briar Works, directly from Missouri Meerschaum itself. And also the Ricardo Santia pipes, okay? These are now using the Missouri Meerschaum bowls, so they're quite sturdy and they be, very durable. And as you can also tell, they're very, very pretty. I love this pipe. I love it. I love it. I love it. So cleaning the inside of your bowl, you don't want cake in there, and what you want to do is not use a reamer inside your cob, because even though it's almost as hard as wood, still I don't like to chew up the inside of the cob with a reamer. What I do is I take my pipe cleaner, double it over, and dip it into the cleaning solution. And you don't want to go in like this, because you could drip alcohol onto the outside of the bowl, and that will ruin the finish, and you don't want to do that. So what I do is hold it upside down and insert the pipe cleaner dipped in the alcohol in here, and do it like this. That way you don't have to worry about dripping alcohol down the side of your cob and ruining the finish. Okay? So do that like that, and you can see virtually, almost 100% clean. Tiny bit of dirt at this point. I smoked it this morning. I cleaned it after I smoked it, so that tiny little bit of residue is pretty good. You do it 3 or 4 times until you stop getting black out of the black on your pipe cleaner, and and when it gets to a point where it's virtually almost a white pipe cleaner, then then you're done. Okay. So that's basically what you do after every single smoke. Don't put it off. Do it once a week or anything like that. Every single smoke, and that's how you get. I know people that that do this, that have had pipes for 30 years. 30 years, a corncob pipe, okay? And it's from doing this exact thing, following the advice on from the complete corncob primer, and that's what it boils down to, is cleaning after every single smoke. Every single smoke, okay? And like I said, if you're at work, or like me, a truck driver, or just driving your car going somewhere, make sure you clean it at night, at the end of the day. Don't put it off, don't delay it, okay? This is how you preserve your pipes and get them to last 30 years, okay? The outside of the bowl, over time, corncob pipes will develop, you see like these black marks, okay? It's okay, it's not going to hurt the pipe, it's not damage. It's what old-time cob smokers refer to as pipe loving, cob loving, love spots, okay? It's just over time, this is what your pipes will look like. Now, John Patton, the person that wrote the complete corncob primer, tried an experiment where he took aloe vera and coated it on the outside of 4 diplomats over a 2-month period of time. Smoked those 4 diplomats 3,500 times, okay? In a 2-month period of time, smoked 4 diplomats 3,500 times, and then he kept the aloe vera on there the entire time, but he noticed the pipe was starting to look funky, so he wiped it off. He cleaned the aloe vera off the pipe, and he said the pipes looked virtually brand new after 3,500 smokes. Okay, over time, cob will develop cracks. Okay, this will not hurt the pipe. It doesn't hurt its longevity. It's just something that happens over time. The aloe vera on the outside of the cob, or in my case, I don't use aloe vera. I use Burt's beeswax hand cream. You can pick this up at Walgreens, okay? Or if you want to use aloe vera like John Patton, do that. Now, I don't leave it on the pipe consistently. What I do is twice a month, I will take all my pipes and my corn cobs and set them down, and I will coat them in the beeswax hand lotion, hand cream. Like I said, I don't use aloe vera. I just prefer the beeswax. I will coat them, and I will leave it on there for about 2 hours, okay? And then I will wipe off the pipes, and that seems to do a really good job for me. Like you see, this here is over a year old, okay? I bought it sometime early in 2011, and you can see how clean and white it is, and that's because I don't take it out of the house. I don't want it to get dirty. I'm kind of picky about that. this is the only Diplomat that I have. Well, I've got two Diplomats that when I first started smoking, I took them in the trucks with me and they got dirty. Since then, I leave my Diplomats at home and I just take the Country Gentleman to work because they got the dark stain. You can't really tell when they get dirty. But I don't like my Diplomats or my Generals getting dirty, so I leave them at home. But like I said, every 2 months, I coat twice a month. I coat them in the hand cream, leave it on there for a couple hours, and then wipe it off. And as you can see, by this one, which is about 1.5 years old, it looks brand new. And that's what happens when you take care of it with the hand cream or the aloe vera if you want to use that. Some people confuse a note about burnouts and flare-ups. A burnout is when you actually get a hole burned through, clear through your pipe. Okay, that's a burnout. Flare-up, some people confuse with a burnout, is when you light your pipe and you leave the lighter for too long in one spot and it catches the rim on fire. This happens sometimes. You can blow it out real quick, but it will leave a burn mark. Okay, it will leave a burn mark on the rim, and this can be taken care of simply by, I showed that in the first part of the video, the first video. So just finger rubbing, okay, and eventually it wears. It will take some time. Okay, it's not fast or easy. Well, it is easy because all it is lick finger, or you can lick a Q-tip and use a Q-tip, but it might take you an hour. Okay, but it will eventually rub out the burn mark. Like I said, this pipe is from 2007, and you can see virtually no burn marks on it. I just haven't taken out the time to completely rub out this burn mark yet. But like I said, it may take a couple hours, but it will rub out the burn mark. Okay. Do not use alcohol. It'll drip down the outside of your bowl and ruin the finish. Okay, don't do that. Use the saliva and your fingertip or Q-tip. I think that just about covers everything. So yeah, that just about does it. If you want to actually look at the complete corncob primer, the easiest way to do it is Google it. Google the complete corncob primer, and it'll pop up. You'll see it's written by John Patton, and just click on it and it'll show you the complete corncob primer if you want to read it completely for yourself. But basically, what I've told you is what's in the primer. Cleaning after every single smoke, cleaning the bowl thoroughly so you don't get cake in there. Like I said, don't use a reamer. I don't like to chew up the insides of my cobs. Just do the pipe cleaner with spirits until it comes out clean, and the aloe vera or the hand cream, like I use Burt's Beeswax hand cream with almond milk. By the way, this adds a very sweet flavor to your pipes for a couple of weeks. That's why I do it twice a month. So my pipes always have a nice sweet flavor to them. So there you go. That's everything. If you have any questions, write me. I'd be glad to answer. So till next time, may all your roads be smooth, chicken houses closed, and may your pipe never run empty. God bless.